welcome to core and pelvic floor. Today we are going to start with a little bit of mobility work. So I'll just turn that down a wee bit. My voice is a little bit croaky today, so bear with me if it disappears. So we're going to start with a little bit of mobility, just to get the pelvis and the spine warmed up a little bit. Then we're just going to do a little set of pelvic floor exercises. We're going to do that either standing or sitting or lying, whatever position you feel most comfortable. Then I've got 6 exercises that we're going to run through, okay? So, start with your feet about hip distance apart. If you're not sure how wide that is, take your heel towards your instep and then turn your toes to point forwards. And that's a rough distance that you want your feet to be apart. So hands coming onto your hips here. We're going to tuck under and then back. So just a little mini mobility flow to get us warmed up for our core and pelvic floor. There's not a huge amount of warm up you need to do for it, but it's always good to do a wee bit of mobility. You're going to lift one hip then the other. So it lifts up, then down, up and then down. So trying to keep the shoulders where they are, because quite often we'll do this at the same time, yeah? So we want to keep the shoulders down and it's just that hip lifting up to the sides. Perfect. Keep that going for me. So lift and lower, lift and lower. So you're working into the muscles on the sides of the hips, also working into the lower back for this one. 2 more. Perfect. And then from there, you're going to tip forward. So we've got hip flexion, then we stand up, then hip extension, push them forwards, and then back to stand. So flex forwards, and then lift up nice and tall, then extend back. The extension is just a little move, yeah? And that's just helping to stretch through the front of the hips and helping to strengthen or activate through the back of the hips and the lower back. Perfect. Then extend. Excellent. Okay, so you're just going to take the feet a wee bit wider, one side to the other. One side to the other. And I want you to think about pushing the inner thigh inwards towards the opposite thigh. So you really move into the hips as you do this one. 4, 3, 2, then it's forwards and back. So it goes forwards and back, forwards and back. So a wee bit like the flexion extension, just not as big and just a little bit quicker. 2 more. Oh, my ankle clicked there. We're going to go all the way round. So we're going side, front, side, then back. Side, front, side, then back. 2 more. Tuck that pelvis under as you come forwards, and then we change direction, take it the other way. So back, side, forwards, then sides. Back, side, forwards, and side. 2 more. Perfect. Last one. Nice big circles with the hips, and then a side bend. So we go down and up, down and up, just warming into that lower back a little. Then we'll do our spinal stretch, and all your exercises are done on the floor. That'll make you very happy, I'm sure. Okay, bend the knees, come forwards, tuck under, right to the spine, and then change direction. Listen my voice again, and then do it again, tuck under. It's a very difficult job to do when you've not got a voice. Let's go 2 more. Tuck under through the pelvis. All the movement comes from the pelvis. And then flash it back. Last one. Taking it under. And then from there, just roll all the way back up. Perfect. Okay. So nice quick mobility. We'll move in. And we're going to do your, where's my 24? Just your breath and your pelvic floor activation. Now, if you know that you've got a hypertonic pelvic floor or an overactive pelvic floor, then you're still doing the breath. You're just not doing the contraction through the pelvic floor. You're focusing more on the relaxing part. If you're wanting to strengthen, then obviously you do lift with me. You can do this standing. You can do it seated. You can do it lying down. I'm going to start standing, then I'm going to come lying down about the halfway point. So you can change position throughout as well if you want, okay? And it's just for 1 minute. Pelvic floor activation. I'm going to do it lying down this time. So you choose what position feels best for you. Inhaling and then exhaling, draw up through the pelvic floor. And then inhale, release off. Just go at your own pace with your own breath. So on that exhale, really think about drawing upwards just to target a different area of your pelvic floor. It makes it a little bit more practical or real to life when we change the position as opposed to just sitting and doing the pelvic floor, yeah? Keep going. Okay, let's do your leg drop. So we'll get the order right this time. You can either do it with the ball here, or you can have the ball away. So keep that angle at the knee, drop down, and then lift up. Keep the angle at the knee joint as you drop the foot towards the floor. So we're not wanting to extend out. If that feels quite good for you, you can take that opposite arm over the heads. So the thumb's coming down towards the floor and then lift it back up. If you've got diastasis or pelvic organ prolapse, let's do one foot and then we'll swap to the other foot. Okay, exhale, inhale. Swap legs if you're on the signal. So breathe and then exhale. Inhale, exhale. Can you activate that pelvic floor when you breathe out? Remember, if you've got a hypertonic pelvic floor or a tight pelvic floor, we don't want to be doing the activation. We want to keep focusing on that relaxing, okay? We're in your side plank now. So ball comes in between the knees, lift up, take the fingers towards the temples, breathe out, and then breathe in. Now, try to avoid pushing the hips back too far, because then that will limit the amount of rotation you're doing through the torso, which is what we want to focus on. Breathe out and breathe in. You don't need the ball for this one, I'm just using it there to add a little bit extra for those inner thighs. Exhale and inhale. One more time here. Exhale and inhale. And then swap sides. Into your side plank. Get yourself ready. Then breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Little squeeze of that ball if you've got one. Perfect. Well done. Almost there, I promise. I promise. Oh, we're on our back. So ball between the hand and the knee. Take a breath in. Exhale. Squeeze the hand and knee together. And then release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So hopefully, squeezing the ball in between the knee and the hand, you're getting that activation into the lower and the very deep core. Yeah. Change legs. So feeling it on the pelvic floor and also feeling it at the lower part of the pelvis, just above the pubic bone. Ideally, that's where we want to feel this. Again, exhale. Squeeze the hand and the knee towards each other. Almost there.
Take a 10-second breath.
Last one.
In 4, 3, 2.
Perfect. I think we're over onto all fours. Yes. So you can do this with the ball into the knee, tuck that foot under, bring this leg out straight, and then you're lifting and lowering. Breathe out as you lift. Now you want to stabilise through the torso, so we're not lifting that leg too high. If we're going too high, we're doing this, which we don't want to do. So don't think about lifting it high. If you want to make it a wee bit more challenging, you can lift that foot off the floor as well, and you would lift and lower, lift and lower. So it's much more of a challenge when that foot's away from the floor. Swap sides for me. Balance, get yourself ready. If you prefer the elbows down for this one, then that's also fine. Remember that foot can lift off the floor here and lifts. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Almost there. Can you activate that pelvic floor just as you lift the leg?
Take a 10-second
Two more.
In 4,
Last one.
2,
Perfect.
1.
Almost there. there, almost there. Last one, your marching bridge. So, hip, knee, down, and then lower. So tuck the pelvis under, lifts, there, lower and down. So breathe out as you lift and pull the knee in, and then breathe out for the rest. If you want this ball, squeeze it as you pull the knee inwards. Trying to keep that pelvis tucked under, so even when you come to the floor, you're not releasing it, yeah? Breathe out, squeeze the ball, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and again. So trying to keep focused on the torso, staying still. When you take one foot off the floor, quite often we want to do this, dropping the hips, but keep the hips up. So there, pull in, and lower, yeah, there. If you don't want to use the ball, you just have the hands down.
Take a 10
Last one, please. Lifts.
3, 2.
Perfect. Well done. Roll yourself over.
Exercise.
How do we feel?
In 4.
Hope you're feeling all right after that one. Let's just do a little stretch. Just a nice little stretch to ease you off. Let's go here. We'll start with a little glute stretch. So just cross your feet over and let the knees come out to the side, then reach forwards. There, how do we feel? Hopefully you're feeling warmed. Bring it back up to centre, then reach it to one side. Hopefully your body's feeling a bit warmer. You've got some activation through the core, deep core and the pelvic floor. I'm getting my words mixed up now. Does that come with not having a voice? Take it over to one side. Very husky today, very husky indeed. Take it across and then do that again. Over to one side and then back to the other side. Perfect. Soles of the feet together. Give the inner thighs a little stretch. After doing those side planks, make sure you're lifted tall through your spine. You can take the hands behind if you struggle with that. Coming over onto the knees and have a little arch through the spine. So here, then drop the rib cage, lift the tailbone, looking straight forwards, and then do that again. Arch upwards, and then coming back down. And then you're going to come up to stand. So whether you tuck your toes under and come through this way, or you step one foot forwards, finish in that forward fold, and then soften through the knees and roll up through the spine. Through the lower back, the middle, the upper, and then you're up to stand. Take a breath in. Exhale, bringing the arms round, and then give yourselves a big clap. Well done. Thank you so much. Let me know how you enjoyed that one, please.